Cancer. Welcome or welcome back to Let Intuition Tarot. My name is Kay. Emperor at the bottom of the deck. I'm just laughing because I've been making jokes all week about Cancer and Aries and how Aries keeps showing up in our energy. I myself am a Cancer sun, and I don't have anything against Aries. I'm not currently really involved with any of them. And it doesn't seem like we've always been the most compatible match, but there's been a lot of Aries energy in the Cancer collective recently. I just want to point that out because I kind of chuckled when I took the deck out of my drawstring bag. I just want to let y'all know that this channel is going to be changing a lot. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be focusing more on some of the twin flame stuff and also co-occurring issues, you know, as far as addiction, some mental health, that kind of energy, just because that's what I feel passionately about. It's what I've been through, struggled with, and in some ways overcome, and constantly working through a journey on healing with that. So with that being said, I'm sorry my intro is a little longer than usual today. I appreciate every single subscriber I have. At this point, though, that number is rather low, and I would like for it to increase so that I can continue to reach people and perhaps help them somehow with what I've learned. Cancer here and the Sun at the split. Cancer and Leo energy. So, just got 2 shuffles left here. If you are already a subscriber, I hope you stick with me through the transition. And please like, share, subscribe, comment. I appreciate all the support. And if you find that this reading isn't really your cup of tea today, as I said, you know, give me another chance sometime. I'd appreciate it, since things will be changing a lot. Having said all that, Chariot on the split, there's your energy, Cancer. Again, we're going to get started. My weekly schedule is listed below, but will soon change, as mentioned. Also, a list of the decks I use, instructions on how to donate to my channel if you'd like, and a link to my website, which is where you can book a personal reading with me, or order a personalized avatar birth chart showing where all of the important placements were when you were born. And today we're looking at Stay or Go for your weekly love reading. I've been doing one of these and one general reading for you per week, which probably won't change, just some of the spreads, formats, and concept behind them. So with all that, I'm going to go ahead and look at should you stay or should you go, Cancer, in your current love life. I was guided to use the Before Tarot, which I don't usually use by itself in a spread, but I do what I'm led to do, and so we're going to go with it, see what we get. Spirit, please show me, Cancer, the current state of their love life. Card for Cancer. Okay. Oh my goodness. I almost said, oh my god, and then I tried to change it to oh my goodness because of my private Christian school brainwashing, and it doesn't really matter because the Emperor flipped over, which is Aries energy, and it just makes me laugh. And the 4 of Wands under that, more Aries. I don't take that though, just the top card that flips. So we're starting out with the Emperor here. I actually should put it there. This is the current state that you're in. Now, we take a glance at it, because like I said, I was probably led to use the Before Tarot for a reason. So this is before he sits down. He's standing up, so he's in his full power, but it's like maybe he's not quite settled yet. I don't know. Perhaps you're considering a commitment right now to someone who is definitely like spouse material. Gender doesn't matter here. Or perhaps, you know, even though this is a love reading, if you're not currently connected, this is just saying, you know, indicating a readiness for like a relationship, or simply bossing and leveling up in your own life in whatever capacity that may be. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me. Okay. So on the stay side, one of the considerations here, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Like I told Scorpio, these cards here don't mean Spirit is telling you you should stay because, or you should go because. Free will is always at play. These are just some things you'll probably take into consideration when, you know, if you are kind of leaning toward, you know, should I stay or should I go? I should say, if you're indecisive. Okay, so the Ace of Cups flipped over for the reasons to go or leave side. Thank you, Spirit. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Spirit, please show me a card for how Cancer will feel if they stay in their current situation. Can't take that. Flew out and fell on the floor. It's just kind of a new deck, so sometimes it takes a little longer for me to kind of get into the groove with it. Thanks for your patience, Cancer. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man that flipped over. Major Arcana for Pisces energy. Should also tell you, because I do this, even though I don't include them in the reading, the World and Judgment behind both of those. Some pretty heavy underlying energy. 3 major arcanas. And, okay, I think I'm starting to see where this is going. We just have 2 more cards to put down on the table, and then I'll start clarifying with my pre-shuffled Light Seers Pocket Edition over here. Spirit, please show me how will Cancer feel if they leave. For how you'll feel if you are to leave this connection, we have the 3 of Cups with the Devil underneath. But again, I don't include that. So it helps me get context. 3 of Cups, Cancer energy, that's your own beginning of July kind of period. And then for the final card, advice from Spirit, we have the Fool. Major Arcana for Aries energy. There they are again. Or sometimes Aquarius. Readers see it differently, and to me it kind of depends on the context of the reading. Lovers underneath. I don't know why I keep glancing the underneath on this, but okay. So, starting out with the Emperor, I already kind of mentioned what that might mean for the current state you're in. Either you're bossed up, bossing up, or ready to find a boss. Let's put it that way. Again, irrespective of gender. So now looking at the Queen of Pentacles. Something you might consider on the stay side. Security, stability. You know, becoming wifey or hubby, if that's... I don't like the word hubby. I hate hearing other people say it, so I just made myself cringe. But in other words, it's kind of like, you know, you're leveling up in that commitment, and this might be something that's seen as valuable, putting you in a position where, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, she's taken care of, whether it's by herself or by her spouse, or as a combination of both. She's very nurturing, abundant energy. Let me go ahead and clarify, though, why that's here for a reason to stay, although it sounds like a pretty pleasant prospect. We have the Two of Swords, Libra energy. This showed up for Scorpio as well. If you're seeing this as you'll be able to stay on the fence somehow, Cancer. So I don't say, or I'm not taking this to mean that if you get married, exactly. But I'm taking it to say, like, if you choose that path, like this current connection, if you do level up in that, in the status of the connection, like if you guys get engaged or whatever, it's almost like a way of creating a stalemate and buying yourself time. So I'm seeing this as maybe like if you recently have an offer for an engagement, you might have said yes because you're not necessarily with bad intentions. You might not have even thought this through if this resonates with you. If not, then this is not your reading, and I apologize for getting off on such a tangent about it. But what I'm really picking up here is that it's kind of like, excuse me, well, this person and I are practically married anyway. I already feel stable and committed with this person. So by accepting their engagement, this means I'll continue to buy myself a little time, stay where I'm at. Not really looking at maybe other things that need to be handled or resolved with that Two of Swords. I don't think that you're giving off that energy too much to the other person, though. That's the thing. So they might not be aware that you're kind of indecisive about this, Cancer. I'm going to go ahead over to the Ace of Cups, reason to go, and I'm going to clarify that. But that would be about true love, whether for self or for someone else. Perhaps there is another person that you actually have deep feelings for that you're able to make a new, fresh new start with. But if that were the case, it can't be that simple, right? Because you wouldn't be with the person you're with. So it's probably just saying you'll have an opportunity to either greatly increase your self-love, which could increase your intuition, your psychic gifts, creative endeavors, excuse me, and you know, or you'll be able to find new love through another partner, or both, and or, okay? So how you'll feel if you stay. Hanged Man comes across different ways to me at different times. Right now I'm getting the whole feeling of stuck, honestly. It can be about being seeing things from a different perspective, of course. But this is the Before Tarot, and again, I figure there must be a reason. it shows, you know, this is before he gets all calm and composed, and that yoga, upside down yoga tree of life pose where he's seeing things from a different perspective and he's enlightened. No, this is kind of the point where, like, you decide to make the sacrifice, and you're still kind of swinging a little before, you know, you reach stability, like before you stop swaying and assume position. So it's like, he's kind of like, whoa, I'm kind of stuck here, now what? You know what I'm saying? Like, before he gets composed. So I feel that Spirit's saying that if you do stay in the situation, even though it may seem like the quote-unquote right thing, Cancer, you may wind up feeling stagnant. Let me clarify. Spirit, please show me the Hanged Man for Cancer. 3 cards or less, or I'll take the top card. Please clarify the Hanged Man. Okay. We got 2 cards. What have we got? The Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Oops. Okay. And the Hermit card. Virgo energy, Major Arcana. Interesting. I say that because I told you I have a Cancer Sun. I have a Virgo North Node, even though I have hardly any Earth in my chart at all. So it's like whenever I see the Hermit, it's sort of for me a signal, even though this is not about me. I separate my personal energy from the reading before I begin for the sake of neutrality. It's sort of speaking to me of, you know, if you are stuck, this could wind up in the end, you know, it'll work out for you, because even if you choose to do this and you feel stuck, this will give you sort of like a spark of interest with that Page of Wands to go within and see what's left, what goodness is left, you know, who you really are. Commune with your higher self and the divine. Unfortunately, sometimes we learn lessons the hard way, so it may be that you choose to go ahead with this connection, you get married or whatever the case is, get into some kind of binding contract where this person is, you know, you are tied to them, and it doesn't have to mean that you feel stuck like, oh, I hate this person, I'm going to go cheat, and no. I think it's going to kind of cause you to go within, so that you can, as I said before, communicate with your guides, yourself, and figure out what you really want and how you wound up in that situation and how to avoid similar situations in the future, seeing things from a different perspective. That's where that part of the Hanged Man kicks in. So let's move on to the 3 of Cups, how you'll feel if you leave. Well, you'll have new opportunities. I mean, you'll have, with the Ace of Cups, you'll be able to meet new people, socialize, be a little more lighthearted, form new friendships, figure out what you really want, what really makes you happy, what really gives you a reason to celebrate. Perhaps if you've neglected some friends throughout the course of this romantic connection, you know, kind of going back to them, that can sometimes be part of finding ourselves, oddly enough, because others are a mirror for us, and if we let relationships go by the wayside because we prioritize one, whether that's healthy or unhealthy, it's often on the unhealthy side, I find. And so you lose parts of yourself that your friends once knew, and when you bring those friends back, you know, if they're willing to come, if you've neglected them or whatever, then it's like you're recovering pieces of yourself as well. That can be the case if they are healthy friendships that are aiding in your growth. Let me clarify that. Spirit, please show me this 3 of Cups, Cancerian energy for Cancer and love. Okay. 9 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So, at the same time, you may be feeling a little bit guarded. It does seem like you came a long way in this connection, obviously, since the Emperor is showing up and the Queen of Pentacles is just being like the path to what might be a forever kind of connection. So it's like you break free of that and, you know what I'm saying? Like, just take a break here, lighthearted shit, like I said, going out with friends, you know, but for a little bit, you're not going to be wanting to just jump into another actual committed, even perhaps deeply emotionally intimate connection. I see you keeping a little bit of distance. For advice, we have the Fool, and that is a card that talks about taking a leap of faith toward a new beginning, leaving everything behind, or almost. So here, though, you know, it shows the Fool before he goes off with his wolf dog, whatever that is. He's like taking a flower for the road. I mean, he's just got this little sack here, so he's not really taking a lot by way of, sorry, there's a glare, physical possessions or whatever. But it's kind of like he's looking back for just a second, take in one last rose, like, you know, like stop to smell the roses, you know, like there are some good memories from this connection and things that you can take from it with that rose. It's just that, you know, leave all the bondage of it behind. Let me clarify that though before we end the reading. I was going to say if we get the Ten of Wands, I'll shit a brick, but we got Judgment, Major Arcana for Scorpio energy, the Fool with Judgment. Okay, so ending, choosing to end. You know, we go from the very first card in the Major Arcana to the second to last card. It's right before the World. I'm taking this advice as, you know, if you are going to take that rose, I mean, you go back and do one last review of your past and see where you went wrong or whatever, so you can move forward in a better way, the more beneficial way for yourself in the future, Cancer. But as you stop and look back at the past, you know, have your reckoning with it, make your peace with it, keep what's good from it, and move on. Final decision there. So with that, you know, that's kind of interesting. On all the other readings, I've been clarifying every card, but this time I didn't clarify the Emperor or the Ace of Cups. And I think I'm just going to leave it that way, to be honest, Cancer, because I must have just clarified what needed to be clarified. I must have just kind of overlooked that. And it's not like I feel like I should always clarify every card. On these readings, though, because there's only one to represent such a wide scope, I should say. I have been clarifying just to get a little more detail, but in this case, I'm going to leave it as it is. A Major Arcana and an Ace, that's probably Spirit saying enough. Thank you for your time and attention, Cancer. If you made it through the reading, please like, share, subscribe. Again, look out for changes coming up. Even my title and banner and stuff like that, thumbnails might not be recognizable. So if you're a subscriber, just look for the name, Lit Intuition Tarot. I might change it though. Either way, it'll show up as a notification if you're subscribed and have hit the notification bell. So you'll be aware that it's a channel that you're already familiar with. I'll stop rambling now though. Love you guys. Have a good day, Cancer, and thanks again. Bye.